Well, hello and welcome to a playthrough of the second level of the Rising Sun campaign. And last time I did not show you this amazing animation of progressing on the map, but here you can see that we enter this kingdom, and in this one, change has the shadowified modifier, and shadowified means that when that change is also a shadow, we can play it from our deck as if in our hand, and when shuffling, we put it at the bottom of our deck. Very handy, especially for the opening. Now we have a 2-5 apparently, so we might not even open change, but yeah, let's talk about this in a bit. The kingdom itself looks as follows. Let me hide myself. We have one of the strongest cards in Dominion, Daimyo, doubling any non-command action play after being played. Like if we play Daimyo and then Tea House, we essentially have the Tea House give us +2 cards, +2 actions, +4 money, and it's just insanity. So 6 debt is certainly a rather cheap price for a powerful card like that. Apart from this, we have also a strong gainer in Artisan. We have some trashing and change and remodel and Rice Broker, notably. Rustic Village as a village, and also Daimyo as a village, paired with anything that gives plus action. And yeah, apart from this, there is no plus buy. And also notably, we have the bureaucracy prophecy looming. And this one means that once we've played 5 cards with the omen type, not this one, but these, that give the plus sun marker, like Tea House, Poet, Rustic Village, then bureaucracy will trigger, and this means that whenever we gain a card that doesn't cost 0, we also gain coppers. And this is quite a nuisance, but we do have Rice Broker to sort of deal with this. And yeah, which can trash coppers for +2 cards. It's hand size neutral, but with artisans being able to gain a few Rice Brokers, yeah, we might be able to pull off still having a clean deck even in the face of bureaucracy, especially with Daimyo being around. If we get our hands on a few of those, we might be in happy land. Now, the kingdom plot looks as follows. It's a fairly average engine kingdom with gains, thinning, draw, and village. No extra buys, but still ways to gain multiple provinces per turn with change, with remodel, and especially with Daimyo as some glue in this sort of deck. Now, opening-wise, what do we open with? I think both the 4-3 and the 5-2 are fine openings. On the 5-2, I think we go for Rice Broker, and we just skip the... Even if we had the 5-2, we would skip the second turn, because picking up a Daimyo there wouldn't really be worth it, I believe. On the 4-3, you could opt for going change Daimyo and double play the change, which essentially would mean that you turn one of the change plays into +3 money, and that should also be fine, but also just change and silver should be a good opening here on the 4-3. Now, apart from this, what is going to be our strategy? We probably want to pick up a few tea houses and artisans, or a single artisan and as many daimyos as we can get our hands on, and then, yeah, see how we go from there. Now, yeah, I don't know what else to tell you, so let's start this game and open with Rice Broker, nothing. And immediately we do find the Rice Broker, but we probably won't hit 4 here, or we're guaranteed to not hit 4 there. And we really would like to hit 4, actually. What do we pick up here? Probably a workshop. And now a change, and then afterwards just Daimyos, even though that this means that if we were to now call the change from the bottom of our deck, we might not be able to trash estates with it. And indeed, that's what happens. I think we want to try to find the Daimyo. Amazing, we do. And unfortunately, we do get to double play this change, but it doesn't yield any estate trash. But on the plus side, we at least get to pick up a tea house. And we do not go into any debt with this start of the turn. And here get to turn this estate probably into an artisan and pick up the second daimyo. Now AI already has 3 daimyos and now the fourth, so we do need to be careful about its capabilities. I think we just double played the Rice Broker here. We do not want to trigger bureaucracy and trash this estate, I believe. We might trigger bureaucracy anyways. So, yeah, but nonetheless, I would really love to find the artisan with the daimyo. But that's probably not going to happen, so well, it's probably not going to happen, but it does happen. And we do get to stick in 2 rice brokers, or maybe a rice broker and the tea house here, in order to stay afloat and call this change to turn this estate into another workshop, just so we do not go into too much debt, so we can still buy a daimyo. And workshops are also great targets for rice brokers later, so I think that's the best course of action. And yeah, daimyo, rice broker should be good. AI is cannibalizing some of its deck. Well, it's just trashing coppers actually. And doing good stuff there. Buying yet another daimyo. And I think we start out with the poet. You can somewhat set it up with artisan to draw the stuff you want, but yeah, I believe this should be a good way to go. We can triple play this artisan, gaining us a bunch of tea houses and probably another rice broker. And we should really start to be also cognizant of piles lowering. And do we draw through all of this? It's the question now. We are probably going to top deck 1 copper in any case, so yeah, going for that should be good. We can trash one of the workshops into another artisan or tea house. Maybe artisan leaves us a bit more flexible with daimyo plays. We are not in need of finding it early on, and we only get our 4th daimyo now, while AI already has 5 of them, no, 6 of them in its deck. No, 5 of them in its deck at this point, which is a bit concerning, especially if it does manage to stay clean like this. Yeah, AI is playing this really well. This is probably as beautiful as I would like my own deck to look like. Gaining a bunch of tea houses there, possibly leaving us with a pile out option, but possibly also not. So yeah, we do need to be really, really careful also about piles. It has 6 daimyos, oh me, oh my. And there are 8 of these cards left. AI has 1 more point than we do. Like we need to score at least 2 points to overtake it. With all of the daimyos and the artisan plays, I don't think we have it in us to completely pile out. And yeah, I think we need to double play another rice broker, clear out some of those coppers, double play artisan, probably gaining two more tea houses. Yeah, but I'm really scared of what AI is going to be able to do. We do need to province or possibly even double province at this point. What we could do is gain some tea house, gain some rice broker, and gain probably a remodel, and get rid of one of the workshops, which we don't use for draw anyways. The poet will draw a copper at this point. And the remodel could turn the artisan into a province, or we could use the artisan to just gain a duchy and change the remodel into a province instead. But then it should have probably been a 5-cost card. How much money are we going to have? I think we're good on that front. So let's play those tea houses, play this artisan. I think we need to gain a duchy. There is no way around it with AI's gaining capabilities. And we get to thin out one more copper, remodel or play the tea house first here, and turn this remodel into a province. Now we have just enough for a second province, and just need to hope that we don't dud at the next turn. Man. Yeah, this is scary. It's turn 10. It's very early in a relative sense. Coppers are at 24 still. Like we have gained a bunch of coppers, at least 20, and also trashed a bunch of coppers. But yeah, AI has 6 of the daimyos, and that's certainly some good stuff. But now it seems to be falling behind on the trashing. I say while we also might fall behind on any deck capabilities. Now here we could go for a really greedy play and just gain a rice broker or a tea house off of this, and then trash it immediately with this rice broker to draw 5 cards, and then aim to empty tea houses or rice brokers. For that, we would need to line up our daimyo, our 3 remaining daimyos with the other artisan, and yeah, I think it's still possible. So let's go for this. This is not looking good, actually. Do we play this daimyo now instead, then just go for a province and play it safe? I think we need to. And the probability of now finding our other artisan are super low. Is super low. And even in that case, now we should probably play daimyo first and then tea house. And yeah, thin this, thin that, play that. And yeah, probably we just we should probably just top deck a rice broker at this point. We can turn the poet into province. We could even top deck. We could even turn copper into province actually. And since we do have some stuff left, yeah, let's turn copper into province and buy another province, and that should leave us fairly safe. Although, of course, if AI just has a monster turn of gaining a bunch of duchies and a bunch of provinces, that might also be it. I don't know. It's not out of the question. We're kind of lucky that AI more or less dudded last turn. So yeah, this kingdom is insane with the Daimyos, and I really wish we had gotten our hands on more of the Daimyos, but our early draws didn't work out that way, so what can you do? Yeah, I don't think AI will win with that sort of play. It would need to line up the Daimyos with artisan plays. Well, 3 duchies here, 3 provinces then. Is that it? That's 9 plus 18. It's still not enough, so it would then need to go for even more duchies. I think we are at a safe distance, but it's close. And yeah, okay, AI gaining this rustic village already tells us that it probably isn't going to do proper stuff. It is top decking the change there, which is, yeah, a nice play because it's a shadow card. It could have called the change from its deck, which it didn't. But yeah, at this point I'm just curious as to what it's up to. It trashes a tea house into a duchy. It could have just gained the duchy naturally with the artisan. And we at this point should certainly be able to just finish the game here. If not on provinces, then on duchies and coppers even. Yeah, probably we play this daimyo to... Good question, actually. To double play the tea house, already getting 4 money into the stuff, then play the artisan, or just trash the artisan with rice broker, or even double play rice broker to draw a bunch of cards here. We can really just cannibalize our deck. It's fine. Yeah, draw is more important than playing those tea houses, I believe. And now this daimyo can play that, top deck something, gain us this, top deck something, and already we have a beautiful win in hand. Although maybe we play on for a tiny bit more. Trash this tea house again, and just daimyo more artisan for duchy, top decking change. Could be a rustic village or a duchy. I don't think it matters, and I'm probably boring you to 2 bits here. Of course, this should top deck that. We can turn one of the coppers into a province and then buy the last province and almost finish the game with no coppers left. Yeah, this was insane. I mean, I can see, and I think I remember from an earlier playthrough that this can also be over after like 9 or 10 turns. We instead had to play it out to empty all of the provinces just to play around AI's capabilities. With those 6 daimyos in the mid-game, AI's deck certainly was very, very scary, so I like how we played around this. And yeah, I don't know, with that, I'd say I finished this video, and I will try to catch you in the next one. But before we do that, let's actually press done and see how we progress on the map. There we go, and this will be the next mission for this campaign. Yeah, catch you in the next one, and until then, goodbye.